Welcome to the Pride Podcast.
From sports
To teachers,
to student life,
we want to hear from you.
I'm your host, Mia.
And I'm your host, Kai, and today we have a special guest.
Someone we all know and love.
Drum roll, please.
Mr. Farr!
Yay! Thank you, Mr. Farr, for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate being here. Appreciate you both having me, and I just want you both to know that I'm super proud of what both of you and Joe, who I understand is on the team, what you're all doing.
So today we have a series of questions just to help the student body get to know you a little bit better. So our first question is, when you first started here, what was something different that you found at Salesian that other schools you've been at didn't have?
Salesian just has this sense of community, and I'm going to say family too. A lot of people throw around the word family, and you'll hear me say this when I'm talking to our parents or our guardians who are potentially interested in their students coming here. I say, anybody can tell you our school's a family. That's everybody's mantra. But being a family is something that you have to show up to and feel. And that's something that I feel like is happening at Salesian. I loved the school that I was at before Salesian, and you could have never convinced me I would ever leave. And what drove me to leave was because I knew I was going to go to another familiar community.
And our next question is, there are a lot of new changes in the school, like the football field, the landscape in the front, and now the development of a new gym. What is the biggest challenge that these changes have posed?
Great question, and I think it's something to celebrate that our campus life and the expansion of the physical campus is really beginning to take off. The president's office has been very busy, and that's not just the president himself, but those who report to the president. A lot of people do not know this because it doesn't really affect student life per se, but I'm actually in a dual role this school year as the principal and vice president of the school. And the difference between being a principal in the principal's office and then being in the president's office is the principal's office deals with like day-to-day operations of the school. The president's office deals with fundraising, donors, advancement, and really advancing the school. So when you see these things, that's a lot of beautiful work led by Mr. Pizzola, our school president, Ms. Duncan, our director of development, and those who work with them. One of the challenging things for all of that is all of the moving parts that go into that. Planning, being able to get permits, being able to, you'll be ready to build something and you might get the money for it, but then a hiccup comes up that you need to take care of before you can continue. And so just the logistics, it's something I'm learning in my new role as the vice president. Nothing that we can't handle in the president's office.
I also have a follow-up question about the new front, about the parking situation. I've heard that some people have said it's causing more traffic. Do you believe that to be true?
Absolutely. Because now, in the morning time or in the afternoon time when school's in session, if you're coming into campus and it's 8:25 and everyone's trying to get in, and I parked in one of the new parking spaces and I'm trying to back out, I might be cooked. And so what we've done, I think when something like that comes up, things you don't think about when you're planning, you come up with a new plan to help. So our new plan is faculty and staff, please park there during the day because they're coming and going outside of traffic hours. And then that leaves other non-traffic parking spaces open for our students, our visitors, etc. So you move with what you got.
Are there plans to ever put the grass back or put any trees back? I've heard some talk about that also.
Yeah, we actually put a communication out to the community. We had to take down some trees for several reasons. And while those trees have been taken down, we plan on very soon implementing what's called Italian cypress trees. And the reason we chose to do Italian cypress trees is because where was Don Bosco from? St. John Bosco, Italy. And so we're trying to put some Salesian roots in. So
I see, that's smart.
those trees are coming soon. Stay tuned.
But our next question, we heard that tug of war at Salesian has been banned, and we're just curious, like, what was your personal experience with tug of war that it inspired you to get rid of it?
Yeah, absolutely my decision to dismantle the traditional back-to-school rally tug of war game. For our viewers who may not know exactly what happens in the gym for our back-to-school rally, we will put one full class of 100 plus students on one side of the rope, and then we'll put another full class of 100 plus students on the other side of the rope, and the two classes play tug of war with one another. So for anyone who may have not heard how that works and is now hearing it, they're probably imagining all of the things that might go wrong when that happens. It's a funny story you mentioned that because this is my third year at Salesian, working here in the administration. The first two times I saw this, I was like, make a mental note to yourself. We have to cancel that next year. And both times I did that, I forgot to tell all the people involved in planning, and then I show up the next year and it's happening. So this year I was like, I'm not going to forget again. Keeping our students safe is more important. But you never know. We'll see if we can come up with something else that the students may think is just as fun and maybe just a little more safe.
I understand the concern because I personally have like skinned my whole arm. Like sophomore year, I fell on the mat, and I feel like I've heard a lot of worse horror stories than that. But I feel like it is also a Salesian staple. It's an icon.
Yeah,
I heard that you fell one time too, Mr. Farr,
yeah.
your first year.
I had to learn the hard way. Your sophomore year, this past school year when we had the rally, we actually didn't do faculty versus seniors like we usually do. But my first year, we did faculty versus seniors. I'm going to spoil the secret. I never knew that the faculty, it was like an unwritten thing that everyone knows that the faculty are going to let go on the word go with the seniors. So I'm new principal, had no idea that was the case. And me and one other faculty member actually started playing. The whole faculty lets go, and Mr. Farr went flying across the gym floor. That's a core memory.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
I appreciate it. I can tell that you both are so remorseful right now in how you feel.
It's not like we came up with that question just so you can recall.
Yeah, I'm sure that wasn't the case.
All right, we have our next question. What's your favorite sports team at Salesian, and what do you predict their season will look like?
Okay, favorite is tough because, as you all know, Mr. Farr loves and cares about all 433 of his students the exact same, and Mr. Farr cares about every one of our sports teams the exact same. What I will say, though, in complete transparency, is boys basketball and boys volleyball both have a special place in my heart, just as all the others do. But the reason those two sports in particular do is because I played boys basketball and boys volleyball for Salesian when I attended. And both coaches who were the head coaches when I played, my last 2 years here have been the coaches still. And so it's just nostalgic to come back and see the program and what's happened to it since I've left.
So how do you predict their seasons are going to go this year?
Those two?
Yeah.
Yes.
Boys basketball, always unmatched, top in definitely Northern California, usually top team in the state. And so big senior class this year. And so I'm confident in what they're going to do. This is another reason boys basketball means a lot to me. Besides the fact that Coach Mellis, who's unmatched, and he knows how much I appreciate him and respect his work here at Salesian, both on and off the court and everything he does. Every one of his assistants either coached me when I was here, like Coach Mellis, or I played on the same team as them. There's like a solid, I want to say 4 to 5, I don't want to name anybody because I don't want to forget, but a solid like 4 to 5 assistant coaches who were on the same team I played with. So we got to like get a locker room together and like develop this brotherhood that we still have now. And it means a lot to me. So that's boys basketball. Boys volleyball, boys volleyball is not that popular of a sport, but the boys who play it love it, and I love that for them. And so they go out there and try their best. They do their best and be their best every day, and that's all we could ask for. So I'm excited to see what they do. I'm hoping they can have a strong season too.
Good luck to you guys on your season. But our next question is, if you had to retake one class that you took in high school, which would it be and why?
Are we talking like retake because like I maybe didn't do so well in that class? Not that the principal ever like failed the class or anything. Or are you saying like the class was so much fun, I'd want to take it again?
Well, what was the most fun, and what was maybe your most struggling class?
My most fun class, hands down, loved it to death, and she knows this. Drama with Miss O'Hare.
Drama.
Coach Job will tell you a story if you ever talk to him. Mr. Job, excuse me, because we're just talking about Mr. Joe will tell you a story about how I showed up to psychology my senior year and did a writing activity of like, what's your why or why do you want to be here? And I wrote down, the only reason I'm here is because Miss O'Hare would not let me take a third year in drama. So we laugh about that now. And I appreciate Mr. Job's psychology class too. I got to give him a shout out because he let me teach my first lesson to both of his psychology blocks. It was 2 blocks back in the day. And that was the first time I ever taught a lesson. I went on to be a teacher, which led to me being a principal, which led to me being a principal here and a vice president. So I would say it all started in Mr. Job's classroom. But with Miss O'Hare, you just got to be yourself. She takes you for exactly who you are. Huge shout out to her. And it's just as fun with the students now as it was before. And so I would say that's a class I would definitely go back to if I could again. As far as classes that I struggled with, I just have this core memory of U.S. history. And Mrs. Flannery, your old principal, was my U.S. history teacher. And it just kicked my behind. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even want to go back and look at what I got in that class.
Our next question is, how do you feel about Angel Reese and her performance as a WNBA player? And does she deserve the recognition that she's asking for?
Yeah, the first thing I want to say about the WNBA is I absolutely respect it. I have not been able to go to a Valkyries game yet, but I intend to be an absolute Valkyries fan. If I go to a Valkyries game, that'll be my first time at the Chase Center. So I'll have visited a Valkyries game before watching a Warriors game.
I actually went to one last month.
Did you go to a Valkyries game?
It was really fun.
I heard they're really fun.
Yeah, it was.
All good things to say about that. Angel Reese, great basketball player. She works hard. She hustles. I think that's really cool. People have differences of opinions about all sorts of different players. And so I would say that I don't know enough about her to like have a full opinion. But I do respect what she's done, what she did at LSU. I respect what she does for the WNBA. And I'm going to have to go watch her play the Valkyries, and then I'll be able to have an opinion about how she is on the court.
But our next question is, when you're not at school, what do you enjoy doing, like hobbies or interests?
Spending time with my babies. I have a 2-year-old son who's at a really fun age right now. Malachi Kaleo Soul. Dad loves you. Shout out to my guy. And then me and my wife just had she's 2.5 months old. Her name is Jasmine Leilani Bloom. She is ball of joy, and she's at a really fun age too. So I love spending time with my kids. I love spending time with my wife. I love spending time with my family because I have a lot of elders in my family who raised me. A lot of women in particular who are getting older. They're aging with wisdom and grace, but time waits for no one, and so I want to just spend as much time with my family as I can while I have them here on earth with me. So those for sure. I love playing basketball. Lately, I've been running a lot. I wouldn't say I'm in love with it yet. So a bunch of personable type things. And then you just absolutely cannot forget sleep. I am the type of person that could not get out of my bed at all besides to eat, and it will be the best day of the world.
I agree. I'm like that too, honestly. On Saturdays when I don't have work, I'll probably stay in bed till like 2.
Sometimes you just got to recharge. No judgment.
Recharging is every day for me. Go home after school and pass out for a quick little after school nap. Very quick.
Sure. I'm that one. Yeah, like I'm that one. My nap will turn into REM sleep.
Yeah.
Fast.
If I take a nap past 3 o'clock, I'm not waking up early.
There it is.
A side question I do have that I've heard a lot of people talking about, especially when you first started as a principal, was your experience on the Ellen show.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, for sure. We ended up, me and my wife, she was my girlfriend at the time, we ended up on Ellen on absolute accident. So she came up with a song, and every morning we agreed, we played the song, and we let them dance. So every single morning, that's how we start. So it's my day, and my girlfriend's in the living room getting ready to go to her other job, and we're in what was the office at the time, where we did Zooms with the kids. And the day started, I'm dancing, calling out students' names. Long story short, my wife hears us having so much fun and comes in the room and just happens to take a video. I didn't even know we were being filmed. She posted on TikTok. She goes back to her house. She calls me in the middle of the night and is like, this thing has like 500,000 likes. We had never experienced this before. By the next day, it was like 1 million, and it just kept going and going, and we went viral. And someone confidentially reached out from Ellen's team. We thought it was like spam or something. Took the call anyways, and they let us on the show.
Wow, that's crazy. So how was it like on the show?
Amazing. Ellen was amazing. Nothing but amazing things to say about her, about Twitch. Rest in peace to Twitch. It was great meeting him. And the first time we were on Zoom, because we were still coming out of the pandemic, and she made a very generous donation to the school I was at, St. David's School, which was amazing. She casually mentions, after we finished the interview,
we invite you
and it's on
back
YouTube,
to have you in
wants to watch it.
studio.
She
You're just an
casually drops
awesome guy.
in,
Thank you
"We'll
for
have to have
all
you back
do.
on the show." And I'm like, she's just being nice. I'm not thinking anything of it. The producers call us again 2 weeks later and invite me to come down. I was the first person since the pandemic to come into the studio to interview with Ellen. I was the first non-celebrity to come into the studio and interview with Ellen. And that time she gave me a car. And
Wow.
so, super blessed.
What type of car was it?
They actually let me pick. On the show, it shows like a Honda CRV, I think it was, like a silver car. And then after the show, they're like, as long as it's of equal value, you get to pick. So I picked the Tesla.
Yeah.
So I can thank Ellen for that. I'm very blessed.
Story behind the Tesla.
Right.
That's why he's so particular about it getting paid.
Right. Especially watching our students drive their cars in every day. But we'll save that for another podcast.
And here's our last question. If you can give your students one piece of advice, what would it be?
Do your best, be your best, and let God do the rest. They're laughing because they have to hear it every single day until they graduate, because we start our day with that. But in all honesty, like, a lot of people don't really take the time, in my opinion, to really like break down what that means. It's so much deeper than a lot of people think. When I say that every day, I'm saying show up as you are every day. Don't let anybody make you feel like you have to show up as anybody else, because who you are is your best. When I say that, I'm saying even if you don't succeed at every single thing in your life, because you're going to fail, you're going to be challenged, you're going to find something that makes you upset or that makes you sad, because if not, life's going to get boring. Like, that shows that you're growing. Like, discomfort equals growth. And so when all that's happening and you're in your own head, especially at the high school age, because I've been there before, that's when you really have to lock in to understand, like, as long as I could look at myself in the mirror, no one else, not my parents, not my guardians, not anyone I'm trying to impress at school, not my adult educators at school, but myself in the mirror and say, I'm doing my best and being my best, that's all I can do.
I work at a Christian sports camp over the summer, and I actually taught my kids your motto, and they love it. They absolutely love it. And they say it before every game in a little thing. They do your hands.
That's super
and
cool.
they say the same, and we go play our games.
Can I get a schedule soon?
And we actually won the championships this year. We won our whole entire
Let's go! I love that. I want to schedule next season.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Farr. We really appreciate you answering all of our questions. And now we move on to our next segment. Game time!
Welcome to Game Time.
Okay, so for Game Time today, we have a series of images that we're going to show Mr. Farr. And we're just going to ask him to explain their relevance to the student body, or what he interprets them to mean.
See what I can do.
First, we're going to start with is performative maxing. I'll put the photo right here. What do you think performative maxing is, Mr. Farr?
Say it again?
Performative maxing.
I have absolutely no idea. It looks like there's Zen. Looks like it's giving Zen, relaxing vibes. So maybe this is like the student body's way of just kind of like mellowing out and doing something to fill their cup.
Okay, we'll accept that one. It's not right, but you know, like, we appreciate the answer.
Let me see if I can get better.
So performative maxing is basically like upping your value for girls, okay? Now it starts with the baggy jeans, the Trader Joe's bag, the Lulubus, the matcha, mewing, and glasses, and also reading books.
Feminist literature.
Yeah, feminist literature.
Feminist literature.
Yes.
Is that what my guy has there? All right.
Yes. Right here.
Okay, our next image, can you just explain for the audience what this is and what this means?
Is that a chocolate bar?
Yes, it's a chocolate
Yeah.
bar.
but it's a specific kind of chocolate bar.
Yes.
One that I've never seen in my life. Is that supposed to be peanut butter in the middle?
No.
No, not quite.
Yeah, you lost me. I'm sorry.
So this is an image of a Dubai chocolate bar.
Ah,
Yes, so
love
they're
the culture.
yeah, they're very crunchy. They're a trending thing online that
Yeah.
a lot of people really enjoy.
So we need to try some.
Oh,
Have you all ever had one before?
I've had Dubai chocolate covered strawberries, and I can say they're really good. I believe pistachio. I think coconut shavings. I believe. Yeah.
All right, we'll have to. I'm gonna have to look into that.
They're
You should
they're
try
good.
it. Okay, for our next image, we have our famous Trader Joe bags. Now, I want you to explain the relevance of it in our student life, as many of our students have them.
I haven't seen that one, but I'm noticing a lot of students coming with the. It's like the latest color is orange right now. The little bag as their lunch pail. The reason I'm familiar with that one, I don't know if I'm relating it to student life the correct way, but the reason I'm familiar with that one, my wife is absolutely obsessed with Trader Joe's. We go once a week. We usually go as a family, and if we can't go as a family because the kids aren't feeling it, she will go by herself. And we probably in our house have like 3 of the purple ones and 1 of the orange ones. I don't care.
Also, at Club Fair, I caught a glimpse of a table. They started a Trader Joe's club at school.
Is that a thing?
So I believe it's a thing. So maybe we'll look more into that.
Shout out to that club. I want to know what's in season.
Mhm.
The seasonal snacks. I need you to hook Mr. Farr up.
Mhm.
So this is our next image.
This looks like a hard one.
Can you just name this?
I cannot. I was gonna say it's giving Teletubby, and then I realized that's not a Teletubby. So no, I cannot.
Have you seen people with these?
No. I need to start paying closer attention to the dress code.
These. Well, Mia, you could explain these.
That is a Labubu, okay? And it's an ongoing craze. It's like a keychain that people wear. Most people wear it like right here as like I'm wearing my AirPods.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like part of performing maxing. And a lot of girls are obsessed with it and also guys. And it's like it's been hard to get because everyone's trying to get them.
They're actually pretty expensive. They have
Yes.
small ones like keychain size and have bigger ones. But people are going crazy about them. They come in like randomized containers, so you don't necessarily know what you're gonna get. But they release them in like sets, so
Yeah.
people are obsessed with them.
People are buying like the whole entire cases. And it's like
150 for a case.
yes, it's like 150.
You're doing a great job educating me on what's happening in the teenage world right now. I thought I was kind of in the loop and up to date. I'm not.
It's
For our next one, we have matcha. Okay, Mr. Farr, what do you think matcha's relevance is?
You
Right
mean
now?
when I see like half of the students walking in late to school each morning with it in their hand?
Yes.
Yeah, that. Yes, I'm very familiar with that in its relation to student life.
Yeah, the ongoing matcha craze is a part of performative maxing, and everyone wants matcha now.
I honestly have never had matcha. It looks grassy. That's like I say.
I wouldn't say it's grassy. It's one of those things where me personally, if it's been a while and I haven't had a good matcha coffee or matcha whatever, I'll be good with it. But people who drink it every day, it's just to me personally, no shade to anyone who likes it, is a lot. My wife loves a good matcha coffee.
Okay, and then this is our final card for today.
Today I randomly heard one of my students say 6'7" during a mic check, and I was like, that was random. Why? And that's all I know about that.
6'7" has been like an ongoing meme that everyone's been doing.
It started, as far as I'm aware, it started with like a basketball player who there's a song, and the basketball player is the one that like made it more into like a meme because he has a big following, and then people went crazy with it. Now everything, like, what time is it? 6, 7.
And also, they started off with like a sign for 6'7".
Yeah.
It's like it's like this. I don't know if the camera is inverted. You want to try it, Mr. Farr?
I do not.
No, I think he'll want to try it.
I'll practice to make sure that I'm throwing up the correct sign. We're not there.
Thank you, Mr. Farr, for coming onto this show. We really appreciate
thank
having
you.
you.
I appreciate you both, and I want you to both know how much I mean it when I say I'm proud of you and everything you're doing. Both of you are a prime example of why Salesian is as amazing as it is. As you get ready for graduation, cherish these moments and just know that we care about you all and we appreciate you.
Bye.
Signing out of the Pride Podcast. Goodbye.
Bye.